Fellow Nigerians, nothing has destroyed our country since 1960 as much as the silence of the Nigerian people to bad governance. Now, there is fire on the mountain. Under the national chairmanship of Mr. Nasir Issa Kwara of the National Population Commission, Nigeria is about to spend 869 billion naira, which is $1.8 billion, to conduct census. Census! Just to count Nigerians. This is money that they will steal from a country that is heavily indebted. Almost half of that money has been released to them. This is a country that spends over 90% of our revenue in debt servicing. At the end of every administration, they're always in a hurry to steal from the people and to leave more debt for the people to pay. That is the problem. After every Nigerian census, we continue to estimate our population. Since the first census that was organized in Nigeria in 1866, we have been estimating our population. There are some places in Nigeria, go to Nasarawa State, go to some places in Borno State, even the houses are not numbered. That is where they want to do their census. This is money that they have planned to steal from the people. Is counting Nigerians the priority now? What we need is to count how many Nigerians have been killed over the years. How many of our compatriots have been killed over the years. Let us know. To approve 869 billion naira, which is $1.8 billion, to count the number of Nigerians that are alive is madness and greed taken too far. Even those that approve it allegedly have their shares, just like what allegedly happened when they budgeted and approved money for INEC. They share any money they approve. How can you spend $1.8 billion to count Nigerians? Let's compare this to what happened in the census projects that happened in other countries. In 2020, Indonesia, with a population of 273 million people and a land size of 1.9 million square meters, spent $292 million for the census program. India, with a population of 1.5 billion people and a land size of 3.2 million square kilometers, spent $470 million to conduct their census. Brazil, with a population of 212 million people and a land size of 8.5 million square kilometers, spent $450 million. China, with a population of 1.4 billion people and a land size of 9.5 million square kilometers, spent $80.7 million. Nigeria, with a population of about 210 million people and a land size of 923,770 square meters, we are planning to spend $1.8 billion. Our population is less than these countries that I have mentioned. But all the money spent by Indonesia, India, Brazil, China put together is less than $1.8 billion. That is what Nigeria wants to spend to count people that are still alive in the country. Nigeria does not need to count a population in the midst of insecurity and homelessness. What we need is to count how many of our compatriots have been killed. A country of mass graves where leaders cannot account for the names and numbers of slain compatriots is a country ruled by idiots. Mass graves, the graves of our compatriots, they dot our national landscape like mounds of freshly planted yams. Our compatriots have been killed and buried without the honor of having a name to their graves. What are you counting? How are you going to count the 20 million Nigerian children on the street who sleep from place to place? The same children Nigerian politicians pick from the street every 4 years, and they use them as underage voters and dump them back to the street. How do you count such people? Go to Nasarawa State, go to Borno State. Many of those states, the houses are not even numbered. How do you count our compatriots who are in camps for internally displaced persons, where even terrorists come there to kill them? Camps that have been bombarded by the Nigerian Air Force. How do you count in a country where Nigerians pay taxes to terrorists? The election did not hold in many places. They brought up figures because there are some areas that even INEC officials could not reach. How do you conduct census in such places? Census that they are going to rig the way they rigged it in 1973, when they came up with figures just for political reasons to show that some regions are more populated than others. Is that the census that they want to organize? If you are counting the number of Nigerians living in Nigeria, how do you count Nigerians that are living abroad? How? They rigged the census in 1973. 50 years later, in 2023, they want to rig census again by cooking up figures and stealing public money. This is our commonwealth. Our people have become poorer by the day. They turn every project as opportunity to steal public money. And this will continue to happen as long as Nigerians remain silent. At the end of the day, they will end up dividing us with tribe, with religion, so that we don't stand up to speak with one voice as a people. The choice is ours to continue like this or to say no to the termites against a better Nigeria.